Hi Scorpios, welcome. I hope you had a great 2018 and I wish you had even greater 2019. So what we'll do, this is your January reading, and the way I'll do it, it's going to be 3-row spread, past, present, future. I'll pull some clarifiers and I'll pull an oracle card as an additional message for you this month. So let's start. So I'm going to flip the camera so you can see the cards that are coming out. And I kind of pre-shuffled the cards a little bit, so it's just going to be like just a quick additional shuffle. Okay, let's see. We have the Ten of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's begin. Shall we? I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this means for you. Are you excited? Okay, let's start. So in the first row, what you're bringing in with you, like the past energy. We have the Ten of Wands, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the King of Cups in reverse. So with this, when I see this, what this means to me, and what I think of when I see this combination, it's like you were so overwhelmed in the past. You took on so much upon yourself, you know, that you wanted to get done, and you just, you know, you wanted to be the responsible one, and you wanted to be, you know, like getting things done, and you wanted to accomplish so much that you just kind of like put too much on your plate. And I think that you kind of like you wanted to have that like playful side. You wanted to have, you know, like enjoy the past and enjoy like your you know, be like that sincere and like really innocent almost, like, right? But because you like put so much on your plate, you weren't able to let go. You weren't able to like really go with the flow, because you had so many responsibilities, and you know, you had so much to deal with, that you kind of like put that plate aside and you just focused on your responsibilities. And that's not a bad thing, but sometimes that's in the detriment of your own personal well-being, you know. So that's kind of what you're bringing into the month. Then we have the Five of Wands, the Fool, and the Death card. It's interesting to me that we have the Fool and then followed by the Death card, and not vice versa. Because usually it's usually, you know, this is that something ends and something else begins. But we'll see. We'll pull some clarifiers and we'll see what that is all about. But to me, it's more like this kind of speaks to me of being in like a very defensive situation and like a very tense, like a lot of conflict, you know. And and it could be an internal conflict, like I said with the previous cards, where it's like you're battling between responsibility and battling your you know, joy, like making time for your own self, like emotional fulfillment and like party and fun time. That it was like almost a struggle to you, and you didn't know, you know, it's like, do I do this, do I do that, you know. And then we have the Fool and the Death card, and it's almost like you almost like want to put an end to that tension. You want to put an end to that conflict that you have within yourself, and then move forward and like change that. But we'll see what happens, you know. We'll see what the clarifiers have to say. Then we have the Justice, the World, and the Temperance. They're all major arcana cards, I have to point that out. And you also have these two major arcana cards going into all of the January. So Scorpios, January is going to be a very important month for you. There's going to be a lot of things, that major events happening in your life that would kind of like stir up some things for you. And the major things is going to be fairness, being fair not only to yourself, but being fair to others, and also being fair to like different aspects of yourself, and respecting different needs that you have, as well as respecting other people's needs. And then with the World in reverse and the Temperance in reverse, the Temperance is like, to me, it's the card of patience, the card of weighing in. I think it's in a way kind of goes hand in hand with Justice. But if you look at like with the Two Cups, right, like she's pouring one water from the other cup. It's like almost like filtering things, right? So through the world of justice, like filtering things, what are serving us, what, like making that balance, right? But it's also like not only like the filtering part aspect of this, but it's also, to me, sometimes it has to do with fulfilling. So with the cups in this image, it's like you filling one cup, which is the emotional cup, but you also fill the other cup, which is the material cup too. So that's where I mean, like with the balance too, that it's like, you know, taking time to be fair to every single aspect, and making sure that you allow time to every aspect of your life, you know. So like you're not neglecting one side of your life in the detriment of another one. So really be mindful of that. And then with the world in reverse, I feel like, you know, it's like you're so anxious and so impatient to start a new cycle and to end like whatever, like that. I feel like that you just this project on your mind that you still, it's like, man, if I only can get this done, then I'll be free, and then I'll be like, okay, and I'll be able to party, I'll be able to do, and you just can't finish that. So I think that's kind of what this speaks to me. And I don't know if, I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope it resonates with some of you. But it's something like, yes, it's a project that you really want to get done, but you're like you're so ready to finish it. You're so ready to be done with it, and you're like almost like ready to cut corners, because you're like, oh, man, I just can't believe it's just taking so long, you know. But be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient, because there is a time for everything. And if you're not allowing the divine time to work for you and with you, you're gonna start something that you don't want to start. And you, like, you know, there's certain like consequences that will be happening if you don't like put that you know, the balance, you know, if the balance is not right. So let's pull some clarifiers. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, Scorpios, let's see. Let me pull this so you can see. Oh, let me put it this way. Yeah, like that. Okie dokie. Let's see. And I don't know how many of you actually know what tarot cards are and what, you know, like the meanings of tarot cards. But if some of you do, I hope it does resonate, you know. Okay. Let's see. So we have here the Empress in reverse is clarifying the Ten of Wands again. So it's like, you know, like because you are so focused on responsibilities and you are so focused on getting things done and like being, you know, carrying the things through, that you were just not allowing for other opportunities come through and for other avenues of growth to show themselves to you. So I feel like, yeah, being so responsible, sometimes it's no fun. Then we have the Star clarifying the Six of Cups. The Star, it's like the wish granted too. It's like what, like I always, when I think about this, it's always think about wish upon a star saying, right? It's like that, like, and again, it comes from like when you're a child, right? When you're like so innocent and the world is your oysters and you can do anything and everything is accomplishable and you just have these super big dreams. But when it's in reverse, I feel like some of that innocence is stifled. And again, it comes back to this responsibility that you feel so strong about that you have to carry through. But it's also like too that you're not allowing other people to help you, because see how like there's this like child giving flowers to the other child, so it's like not allowing help to come in too. You're not allowing other people to help you out, and like listening to intuition, listening to the higher power, and like really seeing the signs that you need to pay attention to like really guide you when it's the right timing. Then we have the Five of Pentacles clarifying the King of Cups. I think it's that sense of responsibility, and that sense of like not being able to have fun. It like left you in this, like left you out in the cold, like left you out like empty, you know, with the King of Cups. It left you empty, left you, it's like almost like you're bored and you're just, you have no spark anymore. You know, so it's really important to find time to like get in touch with that inner child this month. Then we have the Five of Cups, clarifying the another 5. You have 3 5s so far in the Spirit, so it's like changes. And then the Death card, you have changes, you know. So it's like the 5 of Cups, it's, and see how like he's shivering, he's cold. It's like that again, like that empty cup. You're like so tired now that you just you know, you just, you need to find time for fun this month. I think that's going to be really important to you. Then we're moving into the next one. It's Queen of Swords, clarifying the Fool. I feel like this is, I think that's why we have the Fool preceding the Death, because this Fool, this decision you made when you took a leap of faith was more done from like a sense of like, I just need to change something. I just need to do something. I just can't just do, like, I can't just be here right now. So you just did it from a moment of like, I wouldn't say anger, but like almost resentment. I feel like resentment. I feel like, you know, like that sense, that feeling. And, you know, that new beginning, you kind of realized, oh, it wasn't what I really wanted. It wasn't really, the right choice. And that's what this one speaks. It's like an offer that you realize that it's not a good offer. So that's what I meant by the Queen of Swords. And then with the Fool, and it really makes sense now why the Fool is preceded by the Death card, because then you realize that step you took was not the right step for you, or whatever the offer was not the right offer for you. Then we're going into the next one, which is Death reverse, clarified by the Justice. Now Death, it's like it's fear of change, resistance to change. So Scorpios, I think you're fearing change. I think you're fearing things, let go of things, because you're afraid that you might not get what you want. You're afraid that you're not going to get what you deserve. And I think this speaks to that too. It's like you feel like if you're going to end a cycle, you know, you feel like you're going to get your heart broken, or you feel like, oh, it's not going to be as good as it was, or you feel like it's not going to be, you know, like another disappointment. It's getting like, getting into a headspace that is not really serving you, you know. But I feel like another thing to say about these 2 cards, it's also for some of you, it's you're not able to move on from a past relationship. You're not being able to put closure on a past relationship, when a disappointment and hurt that you felt from a past relationship. In this case, I think what the advice of the cards is to really try to forgive. Because I think with Temperance, it's also about forgiveness and forgiving people for, you know, the things that they did. You know, because if you believe in karma, you know, if you do bad things will, if you do good things will happen to you. But I think that's for a small part of you. This is what this speaks to. It's, you know, not being able to move on and fearing that change, and like just stuck in that, you know, headspace of like, oh, but he was the one, or he was the love of my life, but he hurt me so much, and like, what if I get hurt again? Let go of that. Let go of that. The more you hold on to that, the more you're going to attract that. So let go of that. And then we have the Knight of Swords, clarifying Temperance. I feel like with this is Nine of Swords is a fast moving card, but when it's in reverse, I think it's like slowing down. And the same thing with Temperance. It's like, no, because the Temperance is reversed, it's like it asks you for patience. It asks you to be mindful and careful with your next steps, because you don't want to repeat the same cycle. You don't want to repeat like taking this foolish step just because you wanted a change, or just because you just wanted to get things done, you know, because you regretted it later, you know. So just be patient. Be patient this month. Now let me pull an oracle card for you and see, you know, let's see what the additional messages for you. I'm curious to see. Religious factors. Now, this doesn't really speak of religion, but it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I feel like this is really, it makes me think of like this. That sense of responsibility is so strong in you, and then for some reason, like for some of you, it was just like from a really early age that was instilled in you that you have to do the right thing, you have to be responsible, you can't like have fun when you have all of these deadlines, you know. But, and that's like what led you to what you are. But I think January would be a good time to address those things, address those patterns that you have. Let go of fear of, you know, disappointment, and like maybe let go of trying to get things done when you want them to get done. But I feel like it's really assessing your patterns. I feel like this month too, it's being patient, assessing your patterns, and really kind of like, yes, be responsible, but also allowing time to have fun, you know. So I'll leave you with that for this month, and I wish you a really, really wonderful January. I wish for all of you to have like some fun and then go out and party and dance, 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 dance. And if you like, and if this video resonated with you, if this video reading resonated with you, please like the video. And then if you're looking forward to see what February has in store for you, subscribe to my channel. You get notification when the next video is up. So that's it for now, Scorpios, and I wish you a great, great January. Bye. See you soon.